song thrush singing in trees on the far bank, and a small roach first cast. It's a pretty hectic start to the session. Let's get that first cup of tea poured, shall we? Seems to have gone slightly quiet. Just small roach. I say just small roach. There are times, especially in the winter, when you're very thankful of one small roach, never mind several. They do hang around together, don't they? They are shoal creatures. If you catch one of a certain size, then invariably there are others hanging around with it, and that's all good. And when it goes quiet, actually that's also quite good, because it could be that a perch has moved in, or maybe even a pike, which perhaps isn't that necessarily welcome when you're just coarse fishing with maggots. But that's what goes on beneath the surface of the water, and that's how we have to gauge it, isn't it? You have to think like a fish, really, if you're an angler, don't you? Work out what's going on, work out what's happening when your float starts to move like it is there. You think to yourself, could this be a 2-ounce roach, or could it be a 3-pound perch? That's the thing, isn't it? As I said recently in a video, the mystery of angling, that's what makes it so attractive. A sucked maggot, I'm getting a few of those as well. You can tell that the conditions are improving as far as water temperature is concerned, because I've taken off the bottom shot on my setup, just a small one, to get it down to the bed of the small pool that I'm on, and I'm allowing the maggot, because I'm fishing one on a size 16 today, I'm allowing the maggot to sink more naturally through the water, and I'm picking up fish on the drop because they are more active. Just as I finished speaking those words and turned the recording off, the float went. I put it back on now, and it's a roach, bigger one this time, with the word bigger being relative, of course. Great mouths on these, fin perfect, mouth perfect. The only damage that you've got on them is when a predator has got hold of them. And I can't get hold of this one. Talking about grip, there you go. Just a small roach, but bigger than the ones that I've been having thus far. Let's hope that the trend upwards continues. As the song thrush continues to sing in the background, a perch. I always give a shout out to anyone who posts in the guest book. Colin Brettle, thanks for the comments. I went to school with Colin, actually. That was the secondary school, Sir Gilbert Claughton Grammar and Technical School, to give it its full title. I was the last year of grammar before the government at the time abolished that. So good memories there. Used to be a fish and tackle shop in Dudley by Top Church, and I used to often pop in and get my maggots after school so I could go fishing. That's long since gone. And talking of school, and going back to the previous one, Queen Victoria Primary School in Sedgley, when I was live blogging yesterday on the 7, who turns up but the curse, Ian Clark himself. We went to Queen Vic, as it's known locally, together way back in the 1960s, and he's not called the curse for nothing. Even when I got home and my wife said to me, "Did you catch anything?" I said, "Ian Clark turned up." She said, "You never catch when he's there, do you?" See, even my wife knows that the effect of the curse upon my fishing. Anyway, I didn't tell him where I was today, so that's what I've caught. I've had so many roach I've lost count. Nothing big, but the one perch, which is always nice to catch when it's your favourite species as well. Another nice little perch there, especially from a small pool. Really enjoyed this morning's session, and that ultimately is what angling is all about.